Your family is very important to you. They bring you so much joy, laughter, fun, smiles, and love. If an unfortunate event occurred in your family, are you certain that they will be financially covered? Stress no more. Call and receive your free consultation today. And let's protect your family together.
I want to thank God for Jewel Robinson. She's going to come. I'm going to read a little bit of her bio, just a little tad, before we get started, okay? Jewel Robinson, Insurance and Financial Services, is a veteran-owned and operated business. Jewel Robinson is the CEO of the business and was inspired by her parents and teachers to dream big, think big, and do big. She grew up in Murrell, Georgia, and obtained a political science degree from the University of Georgia. Wow. She has over 20 years of service in the U.S. Marine Corps. Amen. My daddy, too. Okay. She found her purpose in life after coping with family and friends and financial losses and how it affects their lives. Her financial practice is located in Dover, Delaware. However, she is able to assist other clients nationally. Come on. Can we clap our hands for her as she comes? Come on up. You're welcome. Make sure your mic is on.
Can you hear me? Awesome.
The clicker is right there. Yes. All right. Just one moment. It is loading. Here we go.
All right, my slides are jam-packed. I'm going to go over a ton of information. So if you don't get it all, you can talk to me afterwards. But it's going to be fun. We're going to wake up, okay? Because we're going to get adjusted. Not that you were sleeping, but now we just need to shake it up. Because I know I got to shake it out. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So what type of financial personality are you? So when I started my business, I noticed that a lot of my clients don't know who they are. It didn't matter what product I gave them if they didn't know who they are. So we have savers, spenders, and your do-nothings. Savers, you know who you are. Right now you have a cart on Amazon full of stuff that you just can't wait to click. If you are a spender like me, a saver like me, I'm an ultra saver. I save for rainy days. I save for your day. I've saved up for the year 2033. That's just me. I grew up that way. But penny pincher. Your do-nothings are I have several girlfriends. When we go out, they pick up a purse. And they're like, oh, my gosh, $50. I'm like, how'd you get $50? They're like, I don't know what's in my purse. How long has it been in your purse? Last year, last season? Those are your do-nothings. They actually don't save, and they actually don't spend. They just have money kind of floating around in their couches. So knowing the why behind your financial habits. These are some of the reasons that I've noticed some of my clients have. Some of the ones are the passing away, your deaths in the family, which leads to loneliness. So you're spending. I had one of my clients, her mother had passed away. Every Sunday they would go to the mall and shop together. Was there things? When her mother passed away, guess what she did? She went to the mall every Sunday and shopped. We're not talking about just 1 hour. She stayed there, her and her son, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, all day. And I'm like, let's see how much you're spending, because she didn't take a look at her account. And she was spending easily in the month over $1,200 just spending. We got down to the bottom of things, and she missed her mom. That's how she remembered her mom. So we learned to replace those things. I said, okay, go to the mall, set limits, set boundaries. Go, we're not staying all day. Girl, we cannot do this. Because your debt to income ratio, all your buzzwords, was not allowing her to do that. So we got it down so she can go to the mall, do a little circle, ask her, have a little, your pretzels with their son, and then leave. Go to the park. Go do something else. So another one of the things I always like to talk about is to fit in. How many of us have been invited to events y'all know y'all shouldn't have been to? You didn't have no money. You did not have the money, but you're like, I don't want to be the one that gets left out. Oh, if I get left out, they asked me last Saturday. I said, no. And they asked me this Saturday, come on, Jewel, are you not going to go? I got stuff to pay for because I got bills stacked up that I need to pay for, but you go anyways because you don't want to be the one that's left out. That's one of the top 3. And then the last one, living up to unrealistic perceptions that other people placed on you. People see you. You have the car. You have the house. You have the yard. And they're thinking, you got it. And you're like, I'm falling apart on the inside. But since you think I got it, I'm going to keep going along with this. And they're like, well, can you pay for this? Yeah, okay. And then you find yourself digging yourself into a hole. So those are just some of the reasons that you may find yourself being either a spender or saver or a do-nothing. So know who you are and seek to change those habits that can be detrimental to yourself or to your business. So who in here is a saver like me? There's not a lot of us. Yeah, there it is. Usually 1 to 3 in the room. It's okay. Love you, savers. Spenders? Don't be shy, spenders. Do we have any do-nothings? You just got, how much money you got saved up right now? Places you don't even know. $50. So we need to have an accountability partner. So the thing about this is, if you're a saver like me, don't find another saver. All we gonna do is keep saving to the year 2044. You gonna save, I'm gonna save, you gonna save. No. If you're a spender, don't get with another spender. You're like, girl, guess what we doing today? We going shopping. Girl, what we doing tomorrow? You know it. We going out to eat. We going shopping and we going out to eat because it's Sunday. Pastor and Pastor then gave a good sermon, and then we're going out to eat, and we go to the mall. No, you need to get with someone like me so I can say, okay, we went shopping last week. We're not going to do that this week. You're going to come over to my house, and we're going to cook. If you are do nothing, you get one of us because you need to learn how to do something with your money. So make sure your accountability partner does not have the same traits as you, so you are bouncing off of one another. So business mentor, she picked on that, and I love it. This person is going to keep you on track. They're going to give you a budget. They're going to give you a time frame, and they're actually going to help you achieve your financial goals. So be kind to yourself. All of your financial habits, you've learned them, probably a lot of us, since childhood. Like I said, my parents both were penny pinchers. It is not a secret I came out the way that I did. We pinched and pinched. We had money. But if you talk to my mom, no, we don't have no money for that. Girl, put this stuff over here. Don't you touch that. I'm like, we don't have 15 cents for a peppermint patty. Not today. So that's how I grew up. You may have grew up in a household that are spenders. That's just what you did. Fridays, you went out. Saturdays, you hit it. I talked to my girlfriend, so what you doing today? Girl, we going to start at Target and go all the way down. I'm like, every single store, every Saturday? Yes. So knowing who you are and knowing where it comes from, it'll definitely help you undo it, but know that it didn't happen overnight. And it's not going to be undone overnight. So be kind to yourself. Be kind. So how to grow your business. So this is after everything that Dr. Melanie said. You have your name. You have your business IEN. You have all of that. Constantly do research. She mentioned that. And I always tell people, have you done the research for your industry? So I do mine on my industry all the time because it's always moving. It's always changing. I know one of the things I always see entrepreneurs have are your electronic device upgrades. So I've seen a lot of entrepreneurs who do the Square, do Cash App, do all of these things. But is that the right one for your business? It could be good for you and not good for you. you want to make sure that you have the ease of the transaction for the client. You also want to make sure, don't be cheap. Don't be cheap. I know those savers out there, we are like, okay, so it's $35 for this one. Ooh, I can get just the attachment for my phone. No, don't be cheap, because it'll show in your customers when they go, and I've had this happen before. I'm just going to use the Square. So if you have the Square, I'm not talking about you. So they have the Square. We were in an event. They didn't have good internet. So she swiped, and she's like, okay. And I'm like, what's happening to my money? She's like, well, we can't find it. I got to find it. And then it bleeped, and I was like, did it go? She's like, no, we got to swipe again. I said, how many charges are we going to get? Now, I'm a saver, so I'm like, okay, wait a minute. That was 30. That's another 30. Am I going to get charged 60? She was like, I don't know. I'm like, oh, my goodness. But know what's going to be right for you in your business, and know that you're going to have those pros and cons to every device that you may come up on. So will you be closed or open on holidays, events, the weather, and are you sure? Because we just had Veterans Day. I know I was out enjoying it. We're getting ready to have Thanksgiving. Are you going to be open or closed for those? And it matters to you, because you need to know your business. Your business might need to be open on those holidays, because they're like, I'm tired of turkey. Girl, we're going to go over here, we're going to eat this. If you're doing merchandise, maybe that's not the time to be open, but you need to know, and you need to know it when you do your statistical data. I'm a facts person. Know how much money it's going to take for you to stay open, and know how much money it's going to take for you to stay closed. The weather, people don't take that into consideration. We're getting ready to come into our rainy season. Can people still find you if it's wet, rainy, and there's a blizzard? They need to know. Some business flourish in the rain and blizzards because maybe they have coffee and people like that warmth. If you don't, you need to know this, because the next 3 months it's going to rain and it's going to get cold. So you need to know, hey, the other 9 months of the year, I need to make up for the year, because we're going to slow down for these 3 months. Events. We just had Firefly, huge music festival. Never assume that just because there's thousands of people here that they want to come and see you. No, they're hungry and they're doing all kinds of stuff. But they may not. I know they don't want to come see me. I'm the last person they want to come see when you're at an event to tell you to get your money right, stop spending. But do they want to see you? So take that into consideration as well. I always like to use my hot dog, because when was the last time you had a hot dog? Who had a hot dog that you didn't cook at home outside within the last month? Oh, gee, we have one person. Okay, so look at that. How many people eat hot dogs in the fall, in the winter? 2 people. Now, not at home, outside, another bit. All right, so how many now eat hot dogs in the fall and winter? We got 1 person, 2 people. I don't, because hot dogs are typically your spring and your summer. You're grilling. You're outside. Oh, let me go. We got the ultimate Chicago hot dogs and summer stuff that y'all put on these hot dogs. Good Lord. What are y'all doing? But they don't do that during the winter and fall months. You need to know how your business is going to operate during all of these months, because it will affect you. We're getting ready to go into the seasons where it's warmer food, your soups, your comforting food. So if you have foods that are, I won't say the opposite, but they're typically known for summer, keep that in mind. But there's all kinds of ways that you can get around that. You need business insurance. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Business insurance. I always run into a lot of entrepreneurs who do not have business insurance. So here are a few things on how business insurance will help. Full or partial destruction, vandalism, property damage, all of your weather, electrical damage. So again, the weather, we have no change on that. We cannot affect it. It's just going to be what it's going to be. We've had huge storms here in Delaware. There's tornadoes that wreaked havoc on a ton of business owners who did not have business insurance. I know, because they called me, and it don't work that way. Insurance is one thing. You got to get it before you need it, not afterwards. It also helps with workers' compensation if you're going to have any employees, your liability claims, and bodily injury. I'm going to stop right there. A lot of you are going to have your businesses, and you're going to have a bathroom. Everyone's going to at least have a bathroom. What happens in bathrooms? Slips and falls. Why? Because people are splashing water, and they go just like this. Oh, let me go to the dispenser. Let me get this. And they splash, and then they do their soap. Oh, oh, oh. And what happens in the bathroom? Do you have carpet or tile in the bathroom? Tile. Whoop. A lot of your accidents will happen in the bathroom. Know that. I don't matter what type of business you have, that's going to be one of the places a lot of people are going to slip and fall just for the sheer fact of water and tile. Keep that in mind. Your business insurance will help you with your legal fees. It'll help you where we are now, like in our pandemics. And it'll also help you with loss of income. So all these businesses that she touched on, Dr. Melanie, who went out of business during COVID, a lot of them didn't have business insurance. It pays for the loss of income. It helps you kind of get covered that when you are able to stay open. So keep that in mind. Will you provide employee benefits? This is either full, part, or none. You need to know what you're going to do with these benefits. The benefits is life insurance, disability, long-term care, and your workers' comp. Those are the top three, whether you go into business for yourself, you work for the government, you work for somebody else. Those are the basic employee benefits. So if you're not going to do them, I say that's fine. Give them an opportunity to find them on their own. You find 3 to 5 businesses that will offer them employee benefits. And you say, Jewel, they can find it on their own. No. It is your responsibility as a business owner to say, I'm not going to give it to you, but here's where you can find it. And this is how this worked. So I started my business in California. It was a business owner who had a employee who passed away. The wife called and she said, I know my husband has life insurance. No, ma'am, he doesn't. Well, how come you didn't offer it to him? He said, I don't know. We just don't do employee benefits. She said, okay, you should have gave it to my husband. Found a lawyer. The lawyer found the business at fault for not at least offering it or telling him where to get it. She sued and she won. The business went under because she sued tons and tons and thousands of dollars. Because as a business owner, it's your right to know their employee benefits and where they can find it. So keep that in mind. The laws work sometimes to our advantage and sometimes to the advantage of your employees. So definitely keep that in mind. The type of employee you will have will determine their pay. So full-time, part-time, 1099. As a 1099, I don't get employee benefits. It's in all my contracts. It is on me. Jewel, if you want it, go get it. Here's where you can find it. If you don't, I'm sorry if something happens and you don't have it. You need to know that for your employees as well. As far as your contractors, pay. Minimum wage right now in Delaware is $9.25. That is not a lot to live off of, but who are you hiring? Are you hiring adults that have mortgages, that have rent, or are you hiring college students who still stay at home? Because $9.25 may be okay for them. Who is your niche market? You're going to hear this word throughout my presentation. I love niche markets, and she hit on it when she said, know who needs you. Know that there's a need, and then go and figure out how to do that. So your niche market will determine if you need a high turnover or longevity when it comes to your employees. Because if you're hiring high schoolers and college students, they're not going to be there 5 years. They're going to be there for a summer here, and then they're going to leave. That may be a good source of employees for you, as opposed to longevity who may want a salary. They're like, hey, been with you for a while, $9.25. Kind of want a salary. Does that mean a salary won't work for you? No. You may figure out when you do the math, if I'm paying one person a salary and everybody else $9.25 who are going in and out, it may balance your checkbook out at the end of the year. So it's up to you to kind of figure that out. The pros and cons, again, knowing that a lot of these successful businesses that have high turnovers have to continuously do training. You're going to find yourself maybe getting a burnout because you're doing training. You're changing your codes, your keys, your accesses. And again, knowing if it's less pay or more pay based off the demographics that you choose. Here it is. Contracts. I love contracts. This is what I do. I love it, love it. I have contracts for everything. Even my mom, I'm like, put it in writing. She's like, why does everything have to be in writing? I said, because it didn't happen. So I said, put it in the email, right? So my mom knows how I am, but I got it from her. So there, that's what it is. So have it in Writing, I don't care what you have in your contract, but here are some of the things that you need to have. You need to go over their health benefits if they do or don't have them, employee benefits, paid time off, your holiday schedule. Again, or when are you going to be open? When are they going to be closed? I had a girlfriend just for Veterans Day. She was like, I don't know if I go into work tomorrow. I said, what do you mean I don't know if you're going to work? And she's like, I don't know if we have Veterans Day off or not. And they didn't. And she went in, but another person that they worked for, he stayed home. They were like, are you coming in? He was like, oh, okay. So they need to know when you are open and when you are closed. I always say know how to get hired. They need to know how to get fired. People need to know what it takes to get fired. For you as a business owner, you do X, Y, and Z, this will get you fired. They also need to know how to leave appropriately. Do you want a 2-week notice, 48 hours? What happens if they just don't show up? They need to know this. Believe it or not, a lot of business owners just say, no, I just hired a few people, and then what happens when they don't show up? I'm like, that person didn't show up the last 2 weeks. They should be fired. But do you have it in writing? If you have it in writing, it didn't happen. They could easily say, well, I didn't know. And then guess what? You start all over again. So make sure you have it in writing. Always signed by the employee, dated, give them a copy, and you keep a copy. So you can always go back to it. Hey, you were hired this date. You knew the rules, and you know what's happening. Go ahead and give me back that key. I wish you the best on all your endeavors, but you got to go. They need to know that. How often do you plan on being at your business? This is very important. Dr. Melanie, you hit on it, so now I'm just going to hit back on it again. A lot of us have full-time jobs while we are building our personal business on the side. And there's nothing wrong with that. Don't ever let anyone say, you have to give it up and just jump full-time into it. Just dive into it. No, don't you jump into the deep end and start drowning and then looking at me and I'm like, I got a little floaty for you and that's all. Now you come on back to the shallow end and we're going to do this the right way. Keep your primary job until you get up and going. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, are you hiring a manager in your absence? Or is your business going to stay closed until you're able to open it? You need to know that. How much money are you losing, again, when you're closed? Is it worth you hiring a manager? Because you're like, for the 4 hours I'm not going to be there, this is how much money we're going to make. It makes sense to pay someone. Are you going to be the face of your business, or is your brand going to be the face? So to give you an idea, my JR logo is on every slide. That's my brand. A lot of people know the JR. They just know the JR, purple JR, back and forth, purple JR. But they don't really know me. That's okay, because that's how I wanted it. When I started my business, I said, I want to be like Nike. Everybody knows the swoosh. I want them to know the JR, the JR. But who is the CEO of Nike? Anybody know? Neither do I. But we all know the swish. You need to know that for your business. Do you want to be the face? Because if you're the face, that means you need to be visible. That means when people come, they need to know. Where's Jewel? She's not here. How come she's not here? She's always here. She's sick. No, she just didn't want to be here today. You need to know that. If you want to be the brand, that's okay. You can do a combination of the two, but when you're first starting out, make sure you kind of pick which path that you know, because that's how people are going to know you and recognize you. And I'm okay with that. I'm totally okay with that. So learn to listen to others for advice. Woo! Branding. Take a vote. True story. This shirt is not my traditional speaking engagement. My traditional shirt is on the flyers. The purple has my logo on it, has my website, right? And then I have another shirt that looks like this on my table. So I decided, because I've been wearing it for, almost a decade, I'm going to do something different. And I said, I'm going to go get a black and white shirt with the JR. And it was just for me. Put it out there to some friends. They're like, oh, look at you being fancy. I said, it's just for me. They're like, no, we like it. I said, you don't like the purple? They're like, yeah, but I've been wearing it for so long. I said, okay, well, I have an event coming up. They're like, do the black. I said, you didn't even listen to the options. You didn't listen to the options. And I was like, well, the black. They're like, yes, do the black. So this is why you guys have my black T-shirt today. Because I listen to them. Because honestly, sometimes what you may like may not be what people want from you. You got to listen to them. You may think, oh, I'm strutting. I love my purple. They're like, yeah, the purple's nice, Jewel. You've been wearing it since you started. It's okay to change. I'm like, what? No one changed. Does Nike change? No, they do when they got bigger. You need to do that. So this is why you have the shirt. So make sure you are always listening to others. Ask first. When you have your employees, ask them what they want. And again, I know you're not hiring them, but ask other people. Do they want a top and a bottom, like a polo shirt or a khakis? Your business may require the apron, like your ice cream stores or salons that has your logo on the front. Or you can have a t-shirt like mine. Ask, because they're going to buy it, and they need to want to wear what you want them to buy. So ask them, hey, do you want full top and bottom? Like, nah, just want jeans and a t-shirt. Okay, because they're going to be wearing it. So make sure you ask them what they want. Have a plan. I'm a planner. Again, saver planner. There's no, secret. This is why I went into finances. Your 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, basically every 3 months, you need to have a plan, and you need to always be double checking it to make sure you're staying on track. Be realistic and set goals. Do we all want to open up and say, I'm going to make a $3 million my first year? Yeah. Is that being realistic? And is that for your industry? Because it may be possible for your industry, but is it realistic? And if you set goals, is it really going to work? So when people come to me and I see their plan, they're like, the first year, I'm going to make 100K. Okay, let me see what you're doing. No, we're not doing that. That's not going to be realistic. I'm not going to be the one to bust your bubble, but I'm going to bust your bubbles because you weren't being realistic when you set your goals. Make changes and pivots immediately based on your environment. A lot of business owners will say, it rained. It's going to rain. I can't stop God from doing what he's going to do. And I'm like, but you can make changes. For example, if you gave a discount, I cannot make this up. It was a store, again, in California. It does rain. We have 2 months of rain. They gave discounts. Every time it rained, you get a buy one, get one free on their menu. Guess who had a line in their store? Because nobody else did anything. So every time it rained, everybody know we get a discount. And he was actually on the news. He was like, y'all going to eat me out of a business because it's just going to rain. But his revenue went up. So make sure you're able to change and make those pivots immediately to your advantage. So use online orders, your delivery takeout. I'm saying this because I did some statistics on why a lot of the COVID businesses went out. They weren't able to pivot. A lot of them just had your regular brick and mortar, and people came in. They weren't set up online yet. A lot of them didn't have websites. A lot of them had no idea what Uber Eats was and DoorDash. I listened to their interviews, and I'm like, you know where Uber Eats is? You're not connected to any of that? And they weren't. And by the time they tried to play catch up, it was too late. Because we all know, at least if not yourself, somebody else, when you're 1 month behind, then you're 2 months behind, and you're trying to play catch up, it's hard to play catch up when the 4th month is coming. So a lot of them, that snowball happened and it went out of business. Don't let yourself do that. Make sure you have a well-rounded business now to prevent yourself from going down that hill when, not if, but when something else happens. Time to market. I love it. Have a niche market. That's me. I'm a niche person. Why? Because everyone's not going to want what you want. Everyone's not going to want to buy what you have. You need to be okay with this. You have to be okay with this. But when you have a niche market, your niche market's going to love you, girl. They're going to be like, what do you have today? Girl, I want what you have. I want what you have. Put it up. Put it up on the website. Bing! I already got it in my cart. The rest of the world may be like, I don't even like fish sandwiches. I don't even like T-shirts. Why do you got to wear T-shirts all the time with slayings on them? Just wear something plain. No, your niche market will love you, and they'll love your product every time you do something. The rest of the world, don't worry about them. Do not worry about them. Worry about your niche market. You will come out of pocket your first 30 to 90 days in business. Please stop thinking your first month you are just going to have some huge surplus. You heard it from Dr. Melanie. No, you're going to be coming out of pocket a lot, at least the first 30 to 90 days. You need to be okay with that. You need to be setting yourself up for success before you get to that night, the 3rd month. You want to see a return on your investment through your customers and your clients. A lot of business owners have that the other way. Me, my, and I. No, it's all about you guys. Your return on your investment is going to be through the people who shop with you and the people who like what you have. That's where it's going to be. And how do you get that? Discounts, discount queen. This is where you're going to pick up all of those. I put all these up there because these are some of my favorite. Your customer appreciation, your discounts, whether it's a military ID, your teachers, firefighters, EMT, all of those. I highlighted birthdays. Why? Everyone on the face of earth has a birthday. Everyone. Is not one person that is living right now that doesn't have a birthday. You give a discount for a birthday every day. Bing, bing, hey, it's my birthday. Birthday outfit. I get a free ice cream cone and half off the menu item. Bing, I want a number 8 combo. That's what they're going to do, because I do. That's what I do for my birthday. And a lot of people do that. Don't discount birthdays. That's going to give you additional discounts every single day. Happy hour. Oh, Jewel, do not sell alcoholic beverages. I'm going to need for you to learn how to take market words, the jargon, and use it to your advice. When you hear a happy hour, what do you initially think? Discount, something's free or something's marked off. You need to use that to your advantage. Hardee's in Dover has happy hour. They don't have alcohol. Their happy hour is on drinks, it's on french fries, and I think it's a half off a burger. I just know because I got up there and he was like, "You on the happy hour?" And I was like, "Wait a minute. What are y'all?" He was like, "No. A big french fry is the cost of a small fry, and a small fry is like this way discount." I said, "Yeah, I want the happy hour." Know how to use these words that the public is aware of to your advantage. I don't care if your happy hour is, hey, between 2 and 3, you get a T-shirt and a free mug or something else when you purchase, say, $30 or more. They're going to come because it's happy hour. Learn how to use those words to your advantage. Time to market, continue. Don't go slim on your products. I use this one for sandwiches. I eat a lot of sandwiches. So if it's 4 slices of salami, 2 pieces of cheese, and toppings, don't come behind them with 2 pieces of salami, 1 piece of cheese, and you slack on the toppings because they're going to talk about you. They're going to talk about you. They're going to do the sandwich and I'm be like, this is not a sandwich. There's more bread and mustard on here than there are meat and cheese. Girl, don't even go there. Don't even waste your money. Don't even do it because you're going to be hungry. I left there and I had to go someplace else to eat. I was still hungry. Don't be that person. If you're doing T-shirts, if you're doing jewelry, have quality. They don't want it to fall apart in the washing machine and then get out and the jade and faded away and it's just an R. Don't do people like that because they will talk. They will talk about you. Upsell. Use a script. I'm the queen of scripts. All of your favorite restaurants use a script from the time you come in or someone, "Hi, good morning, welcome to J&J Sandwiches. Hi, good morning, welcome to J&J Sandwiches." You're like, "Okay, hi. What would you like to order?" Know how to upsell. I can't tell you how many times I bought a dessert knowing I didn't need it just because they said, "Will that complete your order?" And I said, "Yes." They're like, "We have dessert for an hour for $1. We have a red velvet, we have a carrot cake, and we have a cheesecake. Which one would you like?" I said, "Give me a cheesecake." You just upsold me by $1. I didn't want it because you asked, and now I thought, "Oh, yummy, yummy." You do that. You got to learn to do that throughout your whole entire process. Just asking them when they're purchasing something, "Hey, you know what? The mug, we have a matching mug that goes with this. Once you get the T-shirt, the mug is $5.99. Would you like a T-shirt? Pick out one that you like." They're going to pick. It's psychological. It's sales techniques. But, yes, they're going to pick something else. Every customer and every client needs to feel that they had a fabulous experience with you. They don't care that you were in a bad mood. They care that they had a good experience every single time they went. Why? Because they're going to go, they're going to tell their family and friends, "I went over here and she was lovely. It was lovely. I know I was in my little mood, but she just cheered me up and I walked away and I had a good time." In the same token, if they had a bad experience, bad word travels fast. They're going to tell all their friends, "Girl, don't even do it. I came in, no one said hello. I went up to the cashier. I asked them if they were ready to take my order. They didn't ask me. I've had that happen." I'm like, "Yeah, are you ready?" And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, I'm ready to pay. I'm ready to pay." Don't be that person. make sure that you leave them with the utmost experience that they deserve to have when they're going to be one of your customers. How to calculate your marketing budget. So according to the U.S. Small Business Administration, it's going to take 7 to 8% of your gross revenue target for advertising. Also, on a given sliding scale, your average revenue, the first month is about $10,000. Again, everyone's industry is going to be different, but this is just the statistics and how you can kind of gauge where you are. Again, when you're doing your research, you'll know yours may be higher than 10,000. It might be lower, but you need to know where you are. So when you open up and you hit 10,000, like, okay, but I should have been at 12. That makes a huge difference, because are you really, really, really opening and doing what you should be doing? Actually, you're not. You have to get out of the sense of, I just made money, but did you make what you're supposed to make? You got to learn how to know the difference between that. Where to market? Again, you should have a website. Make sure that you're marketing on your website. Know the difference between social media versus TV and streaming services. These are all really, really good marketing tools. Some are less expensive, some are more, but the ones that are more have more viewers who are going to be watching your ads. So make sure you know where your money is going to be going. Billboards. A lot of people think billboards are dead. No. We still drive, and guess what's still up? Billboards. You're driving, you see, oh, okay. You know, if you're, the ones that I love, if you're in debt, call this number right now, 1-800-555, you win. We got it. There, you just drive and you see that billboard every single day. What's going to happen? 1-800-555-WIN. Yes, because that's how they market. Car wraps. Do a car wrap. Either, if not for your car, do it for somebody else. All you're going to do is you're going to be ended up paying for their gas. They have a specific amount of miles that they do for a week. There's a Papa John's Dodge Charger in my neighborhood that's wrapped fully. Papa John's. I know it because he doesn't park it in his garage. He parks it outside. He gets paid for that. Find a college student that's just like, hey, I know you like to drive. You're going to be going to Philly, you're going to D.C., New York every weekend because you think there's nothing to do here. Do you mind wrapping your car? Most of the time they'll say yes because you're going to be giving them free gas. So yes, those are ways to do that. Your magazine, journals, radio, do interviews. People don't know you exist. People don't know I exist. It's up to you to get out there and pick up the phone and say, hey, when do you kind of showcase new business owners? Or do you do, the brand new restaurant of the month? I like to be put on your list. Oh, we had no idea. Where are you located? Downtown Wilmington, downtown Dover, wherever you are. They just need to know that you exist. So be a part of a minimum of 2 social groups. These are some of the ones that I have. Master Networks, this is a group of entrepreneurs that come together that kind of share referrals and or ideas. Alignable is an online social media group. Same concept, but it's online. The Chamber of Commerce. If you're not with any of your Chamber of Commerce, look into it. I'm part of the Central Delaware Chamber of Commerce. Why? Because when you open your business, even if you reopen it with them, they do all of these marketing and advertising for you. So I don't have a brick and mortar. Mine's online. And I said what most people say, what am I opening to? They're like, for you. And they gave me the big, big red ribbon, the big old scissors, and we sat out there. The mayor was there. They gave me an article in the newspaper, an article in the magazine, and they recorded it and put it all on social media. I was like, you guys are phenomenal. And people saw it, and they're like, hey, I saw your ribbon cutting ceremony. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. That can be you. It's free. And that's their job, is to market and make sure that you get your business out there. Make sure that you're in some social media groups. I'm an extrovert. It's just what I am. If you're an introvert, doesn't matter. We got to get you out there. Do things that talk to you. So all of the things up here kind of define who I am. Military woman. I'm black. No secret. Business owner and finance groups. Those are all the groups that I belong to because they all intertwine, and it's easy for me to kind of network in those groups. You may not want to be a part of a finance group because we may sound boring to you. Go find groups that dedicate themselves to what you do, because then you're going to find out, ooh, what's going on here in Texas? I'm getting ready to go visit family. Can I come to your event? Can't tell you how many times I've gone to Georgia, and I'm like, I'm only going to be there for a day. They're like, can you come to an event? Sure, because I was already connected. Learn to get outside of the city and state that you live in. When you travel, your business goes with you. That's why I said I wear this t-shirt. That's why I said people know the JR, because I don't know. When I started out, I think that's all I wore. They're like, do you got another shirt? Nope, washing this one, wearing it again. They're like, what are you doing on Saturday? You got to get the purple t-shirt. They're like, Jewel. And I'm like, hey, getting it out there. But now people know the JR. There shouldn't be one time where you go out to the public and you don't have something about your business on you. You want people to go up and say, what is that? Oh, okay, you do that. Tell me about that. I think someone else like, no. Oh, okay, do you have a card on you? So just to get you, I have it on the back. So I'm going to get you from the front and the back. So that's what you need to do. You got to be creative with that. All right. How to market. Of course, we already went over your social media. Know your audience, whether you're going local, regional, or national. Can someone in Oregon buy your product? If they can, make sure it's available to them. If they can't, know that, because the last thing you want someone to do is to call you from Oregon and say, can I get it? And you tell them no. Because then they're going to feel some kind of way about that. Oh, okay, so you're not worldwide, you're not national. Now, how come on your website it doesn't say that? You got to know this ahead of time, because again, people will what? Talk. They will talk about you. Cross-marketing. Miss Dr. Melanie mentioned it. In cross-marketing, finding those business partners. Partner with someone who does the exact opposite of you. You do jewelry, find someone who does something completely different. Find a lawn care service. You hear me? Find a lawn care service. Say, Jewel, lawn care and jewelry don't go. Yes, they do. You need to learn how to find commonalities between anything and your business. I do finance, and people say, Jewel, I already have someone who does insurance. I'm like, I know. But you're going to partner with me anyway, so we're going to figure this out. You do lawn care, and I know everybody needs money, and everyone that needs me probably has some type of lawn care. They have something that they need to be done. Learn how to use those partnerships to your advantage. You have to think outside of the box. And how that works is, let's see, I know there was a lady in here that did travel. She'll give me a flyer with her logo on it that says travel. When my clients come to see me, no matter what they leave, I'm giving them the discount. Say, hey, I know you're getting ready to go travel. I've got someone for you. When they go to her, it has her logo on it. She knows she got it from me because my name's going to be on there somewhere. Likewise, when people go to travel with her, I'm going to give her my JR logo right there so they know when they come to me, oh, you got this from the travel lady. Thank you. I know that this referral system is working. Never be afraid to work with someone who you may not think, I don't know what they can do for me. A whole lot. Because why? They're seeing people. Think outside of the box. All of these people are seeing people that they know they don't know you. All these lawn care business, I use lawn care just because I was trying to find a lawn care business. But any of those, they see people on a daily basis. Every time you go to the counter to check out for a back or massage, there's a counter right there. Your card needs to be there. And not just sitting there. You got to teach them to say, oh, hey, by the way, this is something you really want to check into. Can't tell you what to do, but I definitely think it's worth your time. Really? Why? Because they trust what you say. You are a trusted source. That's how you need to kind of train everybody to do that. Obviously, keep track of your referrals because you want to make sure your referral partners aren't falling off, that your stack of cards just isn't sitting in the car, that they actually made it to the counter, and then it's working for you and it's working for them. I love that. There we go. Get validation. You need validation from a trusted source. Like I just said, when other people cheer for you, that means a lot. We can cheer for ourselves all the time. I cheer for myself. JR, JR, ooh, ooh, ooh. Don't nobody care? Because why would I say something negative about myself? I wouldn't. But when someone else says, no, Jewel Robinson, no, you need to go see her. Really? Yeah, well, I saw her and she did X, Y, and Z for me. You need to find your trusted sources. So your Better Business Bureau, learn how to get those credentials. It's actually kind of easy to get them once you get up and going. They give you a certain form to fill out. Put that up. People want to see that AAA, that AA. Ooh, somebody said your business is legit. Well, it was before, but now I have this trusted source. Of course, your health grades, if you have restaurants, those need to be up and visible. Put these other ones up there. Delaware Today is a magazine. They are always looking for new entrepreneurs. I get the magazine, And I always thumb through it because that's how I found my partners. That's what I do. I thumb through, and then I email you and I call you and say, I read your article. You did? Yes. Let's do partnership. Let's set up a Zoom meeting. You can do that too. You should be doing that. Delmarva Life is here, shot in Salisbury, but is located for us. They are always looking for new entrepreneurs. I've been on their TV show a few times. Why? Because they're like, we didn't even know you existed. I'm like, here I am. Reach out to these people. Your business journals and magazines always go without say. Bottom one, ask for reviews. A lot of you are out there, you've been in business for more than a year, and there's no reviews. You got to start asking your customers to go, you know what, how was your experience today? Oh, you did awesome. Do you mind giving me or writing me a 5-star review on Google? Just a little shout out. Oh, okay. You need to start training them to do that, because right now when you're hungry and you don't know where to go, you Google restaurants near me. And then you look at the reviews, 5 stars, 4, 2 stars. You don't even know what it is, but you say no. That's the power of a review and a trusted source. Take care of your employees. I love it. They're working for you. They are the reason your business is a success. Ask them what they want. Ask them what can make their life better while they are working for you. I'm a huge proponent, have family discounts. If you're working for me, and there should be a time where their family should come in here who's, believe it or not, they still don't know who you are. Oh, I want you to meet my mom. Oh my gosh, I know they go to work every day, but this is you, yeah. Today we're giving out a free meal. Today I'm giving out a t-shirt. Today it's half off of this. So that their family and friends know, you know what, not only is Jewel, she's good for this one, but she was nice to me too. And they get a family appreciation. Do Employee of the Month, the quarter, the year, with the plaque and the photo. It's been many times I went in a restaurant and there's no photos up. I'm like, all y'all are horrible? Not one of y'all deserve to have a photo up there? Make sure you have a photo up there, because guess what? When they come into work and I come up in there and I look over and oh, that was you. Oh, congratulations for being the Employee of the Month. I'm like, yeah, did a little bit. It gives them some type of reason to be and maintain their work environment and to stay as the employee of your business. Gift cards, bonuses, paid time off. Paid time off will be your number one retention. How many times would you love if your business owner or where you work just said, you know what, don't come in tomorrow, but I'm going to still pay you. What? And you going to pay me? All right, that's cool. Hey, I like where I work. You're going to tell your friends. When you're at home, you're like, girl, don't text me in the morning. Tomorrow I'm going to be sleeping. Yeah, and I'm going to get paid. Well, girl, where you work? Over here? That's so nice. Your supervisor does this for you. Good word travels fast. I always leave this one up here. Decorate your store with each season or holiday. You're going to have one employee that loves to decorate. It's not me. I'm not a decorator. I just don't. I like it when other people do it. You're going to have that one person that's like, are you doing anything for Thanksgiving? Are you? You need to say yes. You know what? I got a few things from Party City. Go ahead and put up some leaves. Go ahead and put up the little turkeys over there. And guess what? They're going to be like, oh, I really like working here. They allow me to do the season and kind of decorate the store. Ask them what they want to do. You have plenty of talent as your employees. But when was the last time you asked them what they're good at? Some of them, you're probably sitting on people who can do a better web design. You don't have to pay for it. They're your employees. Ask them. Ask them what they want to do. Love that. Start today. There's no time like the present. Don't wait till tomorrow. My third one is my charmer. Time is money, and money wasted can never be regained. If you lost it yesterday, it's not I'm going to make it for it today. You never want to keep living in your past. You got to live for the present. You lost it yesterday. It is what it is. Water on the bridge. But today, you got to keep it going. And we'll worry about tomorrow when we get to tomorrow. Transform your business and be the owner you really want to be. A lot of owners, you're not living up to your potential. You're there, but you're kind of like, I open, but I don't know. Out of 30 days, I probably worked 10. I got a few online orders, but live up to your full potential. If you want it to be your full-time job, let it be your full-time job, but you got to put in the work. You definitely have to put in the work. And finally, thank you. I hope you all learned something today. There's a way to contact me, so I appreciate you. Thank you.
Hands. Come on, clap, 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 clap those hands. We're grateful.